currently lot of pressure is there on me to get married, get married. So want to know about it, like completely confused about this reason. I'm not mentally prepared for it right now. I feel incompleteness in my life. I want to do some things, want to settle some things, and some things I have done, so but completely confused, pressurized. But still, I'm holding on. So people say do a compromise. It's okay. Everyone do what you're looking for. These kind of things. There is no such thing as perfection. All these things. I mean, so a lot of pressure I'm experiencing. So that's currently taking the attention or time you can say. I mean,
Companionship is wonderful. Companionship is wonderful. Hmm? Be with one person, 10 persons, anybody who helps your mind be centered. Being with such a person or a group of persons is wonderful. If marriage is another name for beautiful companionship, marriage is wonderful. But what matters is not the social institution of marriage, but the fact that you are with someone, and when you are with someone, the presence of that someone will necessarily have an effect upon you, and vice versa. You must know the effect that the other's presence has upon you. If someone's presence has a becalming effect on your mind, soothing effect on your mind, illuminating effect on your mind, liberating effect on your mind, go ahead, boldly be with that person or persons as much as you want to. But be with them only as long as their effect upon you is liberating. And be with them only as long as you do not become dependent on them, neither do they become dependent on you. It has to be a mutually healthy relationship, not a relationship in which you enter because of sexuality or loneliness or social pressure. You already have enough troubles, right? You don't want to invite another trouble into your house, into your bedroom, do you? But yes, if someone can bring joy and truth to you, invite them right into your heart. And then marriage is inconsequential. With the right person, you marry, wonderful. You don't marry, wonderful. And with the wrong person, you marry, bad luck. You don't marry, bad luck. What do you think? Only married people have troubles? You might be single, you might be a bachelor, and still you may have very bad company. And then you are equally troubled as a husband, as a wife is. It's not a matter of being in that institution. The question is, what brings you into that institution? Look around, see why people marry. Do they marry because it's an affirmation of their divine love? Is that how it happens? Seriously? In our country, most people marry because that is sometimes the only way of getting some good sex, good and assured sex. Otherwise, the fellow would either have to spend a lot of money or a lot of time or both, and may then still return empty handed. Isn't that so? Now, if one marries for such a reason, or many other prevalent reasons, I will have someone to look after me when I get old. Mama needs someone to share her daily chores. Grandpa is very fond of kids. All my friends have married. Now I have nobody to watch the movies with. They don't take me along. I'll feel like a left out if I'm a single. These days they don't allow me entry into nightclubs and pubs. Stag entry is expensive. If these are your reasons, you look at your mind, sort out your mind, and with a sorted mind, whatever you do would be right. There have been liberated ones who have married, and there have been liberated ones who haven't married. It doesn't matter. What matters is liberation. If you are sorted and liberated, go ahead, do whatever you want to. And if you aren't sorted and liberated, whatever you do would be wrong. An action that arises from fear will only lead to more fear. An action that arises from conformity and deprivation cannot lead to freedom.
So currently, my feeling is that I'm on the process of sorting my mind. Means I don't know whether I'm right or not, but the currently feeling is that if I take more time, my mind will get sorted out. Things will be clearer to me. So that's my inner hunch, you can say, or that currently I'm not sorted out, but it is clearing out. So I have to means relax. I have to wait. Means that's the current state of my mind. So,
People who are recuperating in a hospital can avoid the discotheque for a few days.
sir, one question on the relationship. Let's say you said some people gang up, the one you're saying. But sometimes what happens in that gang, you identify that it's a gang and you clearly avoid that. But in that gang, one or two people are there who you respect and they respect you genuinely, right? So if they invite you, so what should be our response? Means we know that they are.
When they are ganging up, in that moment they are not respectable. Respect is not a permanent tag that you give to someone. When they are in a frame of mind that is worthy of respect, respect them. And when they have ganged up with unworthy ones, with debauched ones, in that moment, are they still worthy of respect? So don't label people as respectable or not respectable. Look at their actions.
Actually, if one of my friend he pushes my button all the time. I mean, he's the most irritating person in my life.
And he's your friend
I mean, he cares for me.
by pushing your buttons.
No, in my everything. I mean, I can't be
Please,
myself.
please sort this out. A fellow who irritates you and keeps your mind agitated Why is he present in your life as a friend? How exactly is he taking care of you if his presence leads to an unsettled mind? What are these tags? The only definition of a friend is someone who brings you back to yourself, to your serenity, to your peace. That is the only friendship possible. And that is also the definition of love, isn't it?